Good day or good evening, whatever time it is at the time you're watching this video. Hi guys. Interesting pairing that I was taken to for the cards in this day or night, whenever you're watching. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to everyone who has recently subscribed, who has found Spirit and Sarai here on YouTube. We truly appreciate each and every one of you for your presence here on this channel. In this reading, I was led to some very interesting cards. And the first one is the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle cards. And the second ones that we pulled are from the Dragons. And the third ones are the Egyptian gods. So, Spirit said when I inquired, why such different cards for this? Fear not, it's going to make sense. That's what I heard. So, without further ado, I was instructed to start with the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous and the Dragons, and we'll see what Spirit is bringing to the table. So, we've got card number 44 with Puka and Mischief. And then we have Pooch with Fear. I'm going to try and put these where you guys can see them because I'm sitting in front of my window and a little bit of a glare, and I do apologize. Let's put those right there. That looks nice, right? Ah, yes, Spirit. Thank you. This is a very, for lack of a better term, kind of like an OCD vibe that I'm tapping into today. Card number 12, by the way. I'm not sure if I said that, but it's very important. That's what Spirit said. It's very important to note the numbers 44 and the number 12. Both are major numbers. Both carry significant weight to them. So first and foremost, Puka is an Irish shapeshifter who can shapeshift usually into animals and into human form or something that looks much like a goblin, so to speak. Almost always, though, when they do transform into what they are trying to depict, the fur is usually dark. Black animals might be significant to you. But this is a card that gives you a little bit of a heads up about how you can be playful, but be earnest at the same time, and to be aware of people who are not completely being 100 with you. But all in all, this card is a calling to bring playfulness back into your life and to not fear that frequency of joy and playfulness as well. Do not worry yourself in regards to what other people are doing around you as well, because you are on your own path and you know what direction you are going, and it need not matter about the circus noise that is going on around you, is what I'm hearing with this right out the gate. And this kind of makes sense because of Pooch that came out, and his word is fear on his card here. And so with Puka bringing the message of playfulness and not having much fear in regards of what others are doing, and also not allowing it to affect you in any way, it makes perfect sense. Pooch is also the Mayan god of the dead, if you didn't know that. It's quite interesting, too, that the Mayan people feared Pooch and feared death itself. And it's kind of bringing up to my mentee about why they feared this. And it was because of the stories that were told, right? And that's kind of what Puka's talking about here, with how people can be deceiving and lure you in a way that is deceitful and manipulative, right? And so far, I'm getting that once you know your true truth, both capital T's here, this kind of thing needs to fall by the wayside. Once you know you are on your true path, capital T again, people like this are going to appear even more. And so it is important to not allow that to affect the joy, but also to have discernment in regards to people who might be trying to manipulate you into submission, is what I heard. There's a lot of entities, there's a lot of people out there that can't stand it when somebody is free and liberated. And it makes sense too. The brighter the light that is shining, the bigger the shadows that it casts. This card specifically speaks about knowing and understanding your fears. Having an understanding of what scares you. And if and only when you completely understand and understand them is when you become strong to stand against what scares you. It also helps you to discern what fears are actually not real, what fears are a facade, right? What fears are lies, like what Puka talks about. It's taking notice that some fears that you carry are not even your own. They're projected fears from others. Just like with the Mayans, how the stories of this entity put fear into people to fear death, right? But death is too a part of life. So then that fear of death also becomes a lie. Let's go ahead and see what the dragons are here. We've got Earth and Air Dragon. Represents a perfect balance of heaven and earth. Stay balanced, ground your visions, manifest your hopes and your dreams. There's a certain amount of focus that's being called for here as well within this reading. I feel that whoever this message is for today within the collective, take what resonates, leave the rest, right? That you are well on your path. You are well on the journey that your soul has set out in this time to complete. Along the way, the more success that you have, the brighter your light shines, the more shadows it's going to cast, but those shadows are not your own. Those shadows are the shadows of those around you who have not done the work and who do not know what to do with the light that they are seeing. So it's important to stay grounded in this. Stay grounded in your own visions. Stay grounded in what you are here to do, the mission that you are working on, so that what you are trying to bring to this earth plane existence can manifest, regardless of what I heard the word sleepers, of what the sleepers are trying to hinder growth in, is what I heard. And then we have Fire Dragon. Burns up the lower energies around you, right? That makes total sense. You are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired. Clear your soul pathway, bro. Yep, that's right. Whoever I'm currently speaking to and speaking for, you are also an alchemist as well. We've got earth, air, and fire out here on the table. These may or may not coincide with your sun, moon, and rising as well. I feel as if I'm speaking to someone who also utilizes their own astrological chart. I'm hearing that this has brought in a lot of insight for you on a personal level, because it's very important to know thyself. And I agree. Very good. So, Spirit is bringing this to the table and speaking to someone who is bound and determined, who has found what they are doing here and where they are going. But all the shadows that dance around might be causing a little bit of interference at this time. And it is a push and a reminder to keep your mentee focused and determined and grounded within the path that you are forging for others. I love this analogy that Spirit is taking me to. It took me down to the fire dragon and how the fire, the flames flow out of his mouth. There is no pathway before him because he is forging the path. He or she need not matter. They're using the fire to clear the brush, to clear the path before them so that they have proper footing to forge ahead. And this pathway I'm speaking of is your soul's path. You are using your own blueprint as a map. Let's go ahead and see what the Egyptian gods have to say. Wow. We have Nephthys with meditation, card number 10. But I say wow because she is known to be the goddess of the underworld and death in general, bro. So we've got that energy here 2 times now on this table. We have a masculine form and now we have a feminine form. And that just reiterates the balance too for you. It confirms your balance. You might resonate with the energy of death. And that is something that would scare a lot of people, right? But it's not death itself. It's the transformation that it brings. It's almost as if your line of work, you cause spiritual deaths to occur. And it's something that can be very stinging, I'm hearing. That word sting. It's a sting to the layman, you know? It can cause fear in people that don't want to ignite the flame within them. To people that want to remain asleep, right? People that find comfort in merely just being in the 3D and meandering and not, serving any kind of higher purpose. But she provides protection in the ones who are making the transition. She represents the access road to sanctuaries in the horizon. Obstacles, losses, difficulty, pain, all of these things can arise in anyone's journey, and very unexpectedly sometimes, very irreversibly sometimes. But it's important to use these experiences as a learning tool, to have the reflection that is needed, because whatever these seemingly negative things that show up are in fact opportunities, and they act as springboards. And I'm visualizing a gymnastics person. Oh, gymnast, sorry. A gymnast who is running towards a springboard. It's hard to explain what they look like, but basically they run and then they jump and then they spring into the air, right? And they do their flip-de-doos and then they land after that. That's what these things are. They're springboards. They are. And they can be very frustrating to run into. They can be. But damn it, it feels good when you start using them as springboards, isn't it? It feels damn good. The ability to continue to rise up depends solely on your own consciousness, on your own mentee, despite the evil eye that may come at you, despite it. That's a springboard too, bro. That is a springboard too. Whee! I'm gonna jump, right? I'm gonna jump. Let's see what else is out here on the table currently. We have Seshat with wisdom. Got meditation, getting your mentee right. And we've got wisdom. And the integration of is what I heard with that. Card number 31. You might have been born on the 31st of any specific month. I know there's a few there in this calendar that they put out years ago. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother time. One specifically comes to mind here, and that's October 31st, which is one of my favorite personal holidays as well. Could be yours too, who knows? But every time I see that number, I always think of All Hallows Eve. Gives me an excuse to wear my cloak in public. It's the one day a year where it is socially acceptable to do so. All right, I'm giving away too much here now. Let's tap back in here. Seshat is the scribe deity. She is a teacher of all things like arithmetic, astrology, astronomy, and architecture. I did hit on that you had utilized your chart throughout your journey, and it has shown you many things about yourself because it's important for you to know yourself in this. And that is very congruent with the energy of Seshat. Her showing up here is encouraging your courage in these matters. There is someone out there in the collective right now who is highly attuned, highly gifted, who knows where they're going, sometimes without knowing where they're going, right? That's that trickster energy with Puka. Sometimes you may not even actually know where you're going, and that's because you're forging, right? That's where the fire dragon comes in. That's where the path clearing happens. And so from day to day, you might not be able to see months or years ahead of you, but by step-by-step instruction through your higher mind, through your highest mind, it is slowly being built. And I love that because she's also known for architecture, for building things, for paving the pathways, like Nephti does. She reveals the roads, right? And so I feel like this reading is encouragement to those who need it here. Because every once in a while, the forger needs a little head nod, right? They do. Because after all, we are in a human construct. And the human in us is programmed to need confirmation sometimes. Just a little bit, right? It's within our DNA. It's not something that can be helped. But it is something that can be integrated. But I love that she represents, talking about Seshat again, the manifestation of intelligence. And that's exactly what you are doing here. You are manifesting the intelligence into a physical form. And I'm actually going to grab the book on her real quick because Spirit is saying that there is something within it that needs to be read aloud. I've got her right here. And I'm being pulled to the last sentence, the last two sentences. It says, her presence strengthens your courage, sharpness, and hope. Although you may have to endure sacrifices and renunciations, go forward and trust in your profound knowledge. It does say her profound knowledge, but I'm redacting that and I am placing your there. So go forward and trust in your profound knowledge. And I absolutely love this because Spirit said there's a reason why there's a space right here. And it's to pull 2 extra cards. And they've directed me to my Mind Info Oracle cards for just an added bonus message here to tie all this up. So, Spirit, what is the final 2 messages here for this awesome soul within this collective? We have pivot, and I'm just being told to read these directly and leave it there. Hopefully I'll focus. There we go. Sometimes when things aren't falling into place after trying and trying, it's time to ask yourself if pivoting in some way would be a good idea so that your life can flow more easily and effortlessly. How could you pivot even just a little bit? I'm definitely speaking to one who has been at this for a very long time, at whatever you are doing on your soul path, on your soul mission at this time. Most definitely. Let's go ahead and see what the last and final message is here. No surprise, we have manifest. You're always manifesting, whether you're aware of it or not. Manifestation is based on your thoughts, and you're being asked to manifest consciously through positive thinking, so you'll attract into your life exactly what you are wanting. I think that's a beautiful way to end this message and this reading. I thank each and every one of you for being here and allowing the space for this message to occur. And I thank whoever it is who is tapping in with their energy for this reading as well. Spirit and I thank you. And until next time, we love you. Bye.